I've never told anyone this. I've never told anyone this, and not even my wife. So I don't even know if I'll release this video. But I've been thinking about those children that are being abused, and how hard it is for them to come out and tell people, and how easy it is to do that. Like, if parents are not totally 100% know exactly where their kids are, I'll share my account of this. When I was like 11, 12, we were in Pennsylvania. For about 7 to 9 months, and we were there at another colony. It was an English colony. It wasn't a Hutterite colony. It was just a bunch of people coming together and wanting to live that way. So it was New Meadow Run, and it's farm town. Pennsylvania is within a few minutes walking distance, I guess. But yeah, New Meadow Run. It was the place that we did stay in. We helped build a colony, or my dad helped build a colony just across the road, pretty much, a highway. There's a turnpike that goes by through there. And anyways, so they have their own doctors there. And when I was 11, 12, then they did a check, a pre-check, you know, and a physical checkup, I guess. I don't know if all the kids did it, and I don't even know if this was totally necessary, because the first checkup was kind of normal, and I think they made me take off everything, all my clothes, everything, checked it. I figured whatever. I don't know why it didn't make sense to me as a kid even, and now when I look back, it totally doesn't make any sense to me. So this is doctors on the colony, and this was back in 1989 to 1990, around there. And anyways, so I'm like, okay, that was embarrassing, awkward. But a few days later, I got called in again from the classroom. So I can guarantee you my parents didn't even know about this, if they knew about the first one, that is. But yeah, anyway, so they're like, oh, we just gotta do some things that kind of look out of the ordinary. Anyway, so I'm standing there. This time it went to totally taking all my clothes out right off the hop, and me standing there with two doctors looking at me. And I'm standing there for what seemed to be an eternity. And it seemed like they were waiting for someone. And then this other doctor came in that I've never seen before on the colony or at the supposed hospital there. And he came in, sits down, and just stands there looking at me. I'm like, this is so freaking weird. This is like pedophile 2.0. Like, holy shit. So I'm standing there and just looking at me, not doing anything. Like, what the hell? These pedophile doctors? Like, does any kid ever have to go be totally naked for a medical exam? No, I don't think so. Yeah, unless it's a checkup that the parents are calling for. And I don't even know if my parents called for anything like that, or if anyone else did it that way. But anyway, so finally the guy that showed up late that we waited for, that I was standing there naked them looking at me, and anyways, finally that doctor left, and then the other two doctors there, and just one guy stayed and behind, and then he's like, and this doctor asked me if I wanted a special appointment with the doctor that had come in late and then left. Come in and looked at me naked there, standing there, 11, 12-year-old. What a freaking pedophiles they have there. And the church is helping them. This is the thing. The church was helping them. The church doctors were helping them. And this is how easy it is for the kids. I mean, you need to know what the hell your kids are up to. And if there's anything like that going on, I've never talked about this before. I never ever talked about this. And this was 30 years ago. And this wasn't even like sexual abuse or anything like that, anything like that. It was just pedophiles looking at me. And then anyways, once everybody left, one doctor stayed behind, and he said, he asked if I wanted to have a special appointment with that pedophile doctor that was there, that had come late and all that. I'm like, no. I think I said, no, I don't like him, or something like that. And then I mean, even that, I mean, if I think back right now, even something like that, I mean, it seems like there's an empty spot there. There's an empty time there, and I've been asking God for remembering it back, because they can actually hypnotize you so you can't remember, and they do this with children all the time, and with people all the time. They hypnotize you and they rape you and all that. But I mean, there seemed to be a block of time there that I really don't remember. But of course, that was 30 years ago. So, but now, I mean, I've been listening to Nathan Reynolds. He got out of that crap, and he was abused by his grandfather since he was a kid. Like, he grew up with that, and he was in the elite. He was an assassin and all that, and he got saved and got out of that. And Nathan Reynolds on YouTube, if you want to really know what's going on, because he's a straight shooter, this guy. I've known of him for a year now. But anyway, so I just want to implore the people, the children, the parents, be careful. Like, we homeschool, and boy, I would never let my kids go to public school. I would do whatever it takes for them to not go to public school or anything like that. Like, you need to know where your kids are, what your kids are up to, and especially going to the doctors, and especially if you're involved in a church. You need to be careful in the church. Like, I was a Baptist for years, 10 years, 12, 15 years, I don't know. But I went to Baptist college for 5 years. But I would never trust my kids with any of those leaders. And we always, I mean, when they went, and I was always worried. But there's always lots of kids around that we knew. So yeah, be careful. Like, you cannot be too careful. Like, my parents never even heard about this. My wife never even heard about this, because you're ashamed. You think it's your own fault, and you don't want to tell about it. I mean, that's a dark spot. And like I said, I don't think they raped me. Even, I mean, God will bring it to remembrance if that happened, but I don't think that happened. I remember walking out of there, and that's the only goal I had, is walking out of there, because deep down inside, I knew that I figured they could do something so that I wouldn't remember anything. So I remember walking out of there and walking through the whole building. It was a huge building, and for some reason I walked all through the whole building and walked out the furthest door. So I didn't take the closest door, or there's a few doors I could have used, but I used the furthest door away. And then yeah, but it's so easy for the children to get defiled, even if there's no encounter of the third kind or the first kind, you know. But yeah, be careful, please. Take care of your children, because they're the biggest treasure that you'll ever have.